Hello, you're listening to episode 132 of the Redefine the Hustle podcast. Welcome to episode 132, Redefining How You Pivot. I'm Suze, a growth mindset and productivity coach for music industry professionals and founder of the Rockstar Advocate. I appreciate you tuning in, and before we get into things, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss new content that we post right here on our YouTube channel. We've only got a few episodes of season 5 left, and I can't end the season without talking about the biggest thing that I have redefined for myself over the years. The things that used to paralyze me and keep me hiding under the covers for days in embarrassment and shame are now just some dirt on my shoulder that I'm able to dust right off and keep it moving. Now I've created a 3-part framework for riding the wave of uncertainty and wasting less time having to come up with a brand new plan every time life hits us unexpectedly. Because let's face it, life is filled with the unexpected. And if it wasn't, well, it'd be pretty boring. It's not about running from or avoiding the unexpected, but rather embracing the twists and turns and learning how to roll with it. This is an important concept and life skill that I dive deep into throughout my annual free planning event, Planchella, which I will be opening the doors to this coming Monday, November 21st. It's where we get you clear on your goals, your next steps, and most importantly, your mindset, so that you're ready for what's to come in 2023 and beyond. Now, Planchella will always be a free event. It's very important to me to ensure that anyone and everyone has the ability to access tools that can help them reach their goals with less overwhelm. However, this year, I'm also going to release an affordable VIP upgrade with access to December's coaching call inside the Rockstar Slackers program. 1 week before Planchella on December 22nd, you'll be able to join my live monthly group coaching call or gain access to the recording and not only have an opportunity to get your music career questions answered, but also get an inside look into what it's like to be one of our Rockstar Slackers. The VIP upgrade is insanely affordable. However, because I'm in a giving mood, beginning on Monday the 21st through Wednesday, November 30th, you'll have the opportunity to grab your VIP ticket for the lowest price it will ever be before it goes up to its regular price on December 1st. Monday is also the first opportunity you'll have to register for Planchella to be the first to know when we open up the doors to our private Slack workspace for Planchella for networking, building community, and getting support throughout December before we kick off this free 3-day event December 27th to the 29th. You don't want to miss when the doors open to Planchella, so be sure to be on our mailing list because those are the first people who are going to know about it. Simply download our free Redefine the Hustle Starter Kit and you'll be all set. Not only is the Redefine the Hustle Starter Kit the best guide to prepare you for what's to come in Planchella, it's also an amazing tool all of its own to keep with you as you grow your career each step of the way. The link to that free PDF is in the show notes below, so be sure to grab it. You can also go to bit.ly/RTH like a boss. Now let's dig into that framework that I promised you. Like I said, we go even deeper with this work throughout Planchella. But what I'll review with you today will allow you to start to reframe and redefine those unexpected hurdles that come your way so you can keep moving towards your goals. Let's dig in. The first step in the framework is regroup. Acknowledge the change. Whether it's catastrophic or just a small little setback, take the time to acknowledge when there's been a shift. And always remember, just because things aren't going your way right now doesn't mean that's how it's going to continue. Realize that perspective is everything, so take the time to adjust yours so you can move forward. The more we fight this change that's happened or dig our heels in and say, why did this have to happen? Or now my plans are for nothing, or I have to start all over again. The more we fight it, the longer it takes us to make more progress. Now, step 2 is reflect. You've acknowledged the change. That's great. That's a very important first step. But now take the time to think about your goals. How has this change affected them? Have they changed? What tasks don't serve you anymore? While change can be really uncomfortable, it's also really informative. So now you have more data than you had before. So you have to go back to your plan with this new information and see what needs to be tweaked. Building a career is often a scientific experiment, so you've got to revisit your original plan to make sure that you're still on the right path. And if need be, walking away from a broken plan doesn't mean you're broken. You haven't failed. It just didn't go as planned. That's okay. When you made the plan, you made it with the data and the information that you had at that time. Well, now things have changed and you have more information. So what are you going to do with it? And the third piece of this framework is to reassess. You've acknowledged the change. You've looked back at your plan to see how this change affects the things on your plan, on your to-do list, and on whether or not your goals need changing or you just have to change the way you approach them. But now we're going to reassess those individual tasks on your to-do list. Revisit those tasks. If they haven't been done yet, what's their purpose? Has this change made them obsolete? And then realize your resources. Have those changed for better or for worse? Who can help? Is there a better way now that this change has happened? And what support is needed? What is urgent right now? Now that this change has happened, can you get right back into your plan and pick up where you left off? Or do certain things need to be addressed and certain fires need to be put out before you pick up those pieces and continue on your journey? And the easiest way to do that is to break it down. Vague tasks don't get done because mentally we just don't know where to put them. Get specific. Regroup and acknowledge that change. Look back at your plan. And if it feels super overwhelming, which I'm sure it will, get specific. Break those things down. Ask yourself questions. Work backwards. Say, well, this is where I'm trying to go. How can I get there? What resources do I have? What don't I know? And who can I ask or where can I go to find out? Now, beyond that three-part framework, regroup, reflect, and reassess, there's some other things you can do too to make sure that you're going with the change and not fighting it every step of the way. The first part is listen to what your body is telling you. Know when to walk away from something, whether it's about just taking a break so you can regroup, or whether it's about, as Christina Aguilera says, let the puzzle undone lie there where it is. Maybe it's time to move on. And it's not about giving up on your dreams or giving up on what you've worked so hard for. It just means get a new goal. Find a new milestone to work towards, or work with different people. Change does not mean giving up. It just means finding a new way. The other thing is use no as a full statement. Practice it often on others and even on yourself. Does this have to be done right now? No. Can you help me with something right now? No. Hey, why don't you come out and hang out? It's been a while. No. If that is not what your body needs, if that is not what you need to handle this change, absorb it, and move on with focus, then the answer is no. And that's okay. Just no. It doesn't have to remain no, but right now it's no. And trust that if it's important enough, it will get done. Change can really throw us for a loop, and that whole regroup step, sometimes it takes a little bit more time than just sitting there and saying, okay, change has happened. Sometimes to process this change, it takes a bit of time. Give yourself that grace. The important stuff will get done. If the change has thrown you into a deep depression, or if you're incredibly anxious and you're unable to just go on with the regularly scheduled programming of your day, then take the time that you need. Now, I say that knowing that that's a privilege, right? Not everybody has that opportunity. But whether we're talking about 2 minutes or a day or an hour, whatever that time is, whatever you're able to take it. And challenge yourself with what's on your plate. Does this have to get done right now? What would happen if I didn't do this right now? Can I give myself more grace right now? Be sure to schedule that self-care first before adding on other tasks. When things change, whether it's a great change, a scary change, or a horrible change, our instinct can often be to rally and just, get it done, figure something out, take more action. Whether you have a fight or flight or fawn reaction to change, understand that without that self-care, without giving yourself time to process or acknowledge what's happened, your next steps are not going to go very well if you're completely burnt out. The most important things to remember about this three-part framework is what you're in control of and what you're not. So here's a list of things you can control when life around you's got you feeling like you've lost control completely. You can control your mindset, your decision to hit pause, your decision to ask for help, your decision to try something new, your ability to regroup, reflect, and reassess, your decision to find another way or choose another goal, and your decision to change your mind and or your mindset. So I hope this has given you some things to reflect on and decide for yourself how you're going to react when you're forced to pivot next time. So what do you think? Are you ready to begin implementing this three-part framework? What feels doable? What feels more difficult to implement? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to hit that subscribe button while you're at it. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you found these tools helpful. Now, if you've gained anything from this episode, I ask that you share it with somebody who could also benefit from these tools. Sharing is caring after all. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and don't forget to download the Redefine the Hustle Starter Kit. Simply go to bit.ly/RTH like a boss, and you'll be on our mailing list to be the first to know when the doors to Planchella open next Monday. That's all for now. See you next week, and take care.